All right. Hello, everyone. We really appreciate you for joining us this Thursday afternoon for our Lunch and Learn series. Today, we've got our sales representative, Steve Mackey. He's going to be talking to you about Library.Solutions for Schools, giving you a quick tour. And that is our web-based integrated library system for school libraries. Before we get started, I have a few housekeeping items. First, we are recording, so if you want to share this with your colleagues later or watch again after, the recording will be available on our website starting tomorrow. And since you're joining us live, you also have the opportunity to ask questions. So there is a Q&A widget at the bottom of your screen throughout the presentation. Feel free to ask. We'll address those at the end. And I know a couple people are maybe joining by phone, so if you're not able to use that widget, feel free to email them to me afterwards at that email that sent you the invite and or at sales@tlcdelivers.com and we'll get you answers. Steve, thank you for joining us for a lunch and learn. Go ahead and take it away.
Okay, well, thank you, Whitley. Hello, everybody, and thanks for spending your lunch with us. I hope you have something tasty to eat, and I think we've got some tasty things for your brain to snack on as well. As Whitley mentioned, we are featuring Library.Solution for schools in today's Lunch and Learn. And if you have participated in previous iterations of this Lunch and Learn, you'll see that we are carrying our theme of intuitive, flexible, and intentional across the Lunch and Learn series. And our goal in doing that is to share with you just a little bit of a bite-sized demo in an area of Library.Solution for schools to show you why we intentionally develop things to make them flexible and intuitive for our users, because we know at the end of the day, you all are very busy, but you want to be able to deliver the right tool for your particular community so you can increase engagement with the library and begin to inculcate a lifelong love of reading for your students. So today we are going to focus on some customization capabilities that we have in Library.Solution for schools. We have lots of school districts that adopt Library.Solution for schools, but we want you to know that does not limit your capability to customize your interface and your collection searching just for your particular middle school students or high school students. So we're going to dive in and take a look at that really quickly. And can everyone see a new screen? You should be able to see Redding County Schools with a blue banner. Whitley, is that what you're seeing? I just want to make sure.
That is, and for our attendee on the phone, I'm going to make sure you get a link to the video so you can actually see everything later.
Great, great. So what we have here, I've got three interfaces that I'm going to use today. One would be considered a district-wide search. So if I come in and do an Earth Day search, you'll see here at the district configuration that I have 177 items from the library catalog. We are searching other resources that are available from EBSCO, Britannica, Gale, World Book. If there were any academic reserves that met this, we can turn on academic reserves, maybe just for your high school, but potentially for middle schools as well. Also, what we see here in this first display is we are searching all 12 locations. So with a district-wide search, you can configure your search to search across all of those all of those school district locations, including professional collection. You get unlimited configurations on how you can configure each search interface. We'll come down, we'll also see some integrated RDA, reading level searches to allow me to filter down there. And then we also have our automatically generated facets for format, author, Lexile information, all of these different types of facets that are available. The facet for locations and audience are sticky, meaning if I go in and I change a location and say I only want to search Garfield and Hoover, and I re execute that search, oops, it helps if I update. You'll see how we can easily filter down by kind of location in the district wide search. And then if I come up here and look for another search term, you'll notice that these two facets are sticky, meaning they will stay with the search. I'm going to go back and do Earth Day again to show you those. You see in our library catalog, the search results have changed. Those are sticky, but the search results are dynamically generated so that your users do not have a zero result set. So real quickly, I want to come over here and we'll open up and we'll do an interface for Washington Elementary. Now, this is the same centralized catalog, but with a different location. You can see that we can change colors and logos and all kinds of cool stuff like that. But then if I come in here and I do my Earth Day search, you'll see in this particular configuration, we're only searching Washington Elementary School. We don't give them an opportunity to change locations because we want them to focus on the material that's available for them in that library. You'll also see that we've turned off the RDA audience. So it's only going to show the items that match with no additional filtering. The assumption here is that the majority of your materials in an elementary school library will be targeted for your juvenile, so there's no real reason to have an adult facet at an elementary school. And then you see these automatically generated facets that can be turned off or on. Lexile and accelerated reading. You can select one or the other to present. Before we go further, let's come over here and take a real quick look just to kind of reinforce that. Here is Roosevelt High School. We're going to do an Earth Day search. You'll see that the library catalog has a different result set because, again, we are targeting down to just the items that are in the collection at Roosevelt High School. Uh, Here, we may want to have the adult, general, and juvenile selections. There may be a little bit of adult titles in a high school library versus some for the earlier readers. So that may be the case there. Okay, so lots of flexibility in customizing the interface, the types of facets that we want to do. Let's go ahead and take a look here at a particular single item view. And what you are seeing here as well is a lot of places where you can customize here. For example, if I come over to Washington Elementary and go and take a look at, let me go back here to Earth Day and find a print material. You'll notice a little bit of a different display. We've bumped up the location of the shelf location to right below the summary so that someone can easily click in and see where that title is located. As a side note, we fully integrate with Stack Map. So if you wanted to show a physical location of that map, that's an easy integration for you that can be configured location by location. But you'll also notice over here, we'll look down here, we see some of that information that was available at the high school level, the total number of holds, total number of checkouts, and mark record, we've turned off in the elementary school interface. Those are easy settings that you and your administrator can set so that you can customize the interface and target that to your users specifically. And they can be different between elementary school, a middle school, and a high school. So lots of flexibility in how you present results to your users. So I want to go in as well and talk a little bit about how easy it is to customize the homepage of your OPAC. You'll notice across these three configurations, we have our carousels for different subjects. It's very easy for a school librarian to come in and curate their own lists and searches so that they can present unique carousel views to their users. So, for example, in Reading County School District, new for you, Earth Day, education, science projects. Washington Elementary, they are searching new releases, famous Americans, and baseball. Uh, if we come over here and take a look at Roosevelt High School, you can see that all of those configurations, oops, I think I got here. There we go, that configuration. We have multiple types of carousels. It's very easy to come in and change those. If I come in and I want to log in, I can log in as a user with the right configuration, and I will see with the right permissions, I can see branding information. I can see landing page configuration. So if I wanted to move those around, I can see that that is instantly updated on my home page. Very easy to move those around, and it's very easy. Excuse me, my mouse is not wanting to cooperate. Also, very easy to come in and add a particular type, a new element here. We support up to 5 carousels. Those can be a configuration list. So if I come down here, I've got one configuration list for gardening. It's just very easy for me to add that and move those around. And I've really quickly and easily customized my homepage with new content. This means that your content's fresh frequently, and it will encourage your users to come back and see what's new for those folks. I'm going to pop over here a little bit for Roosevelt High School and show you some other branding customizations that we can do. Under the branding, that allows me to easily manipulate my logo, my header settings, and the color scheme that I want to use. So for Roosevelt High School, their colors are black and red. That red may be a little too visually jarring. It would be easy for me to come down here and switch up those colors. The first way I can do that is say, I want to use my secondary color. And you'll see here, right here, you get an immediate view of what that looks like in the interface. And then when I apply the branding, you'll see how that's instantly available to your users with that new branding. And I think I might prefer the black banner with the red highlight, a little easier on the eyes. Um, Other information, let's come over here and take a look. Uh, Within here, it's very easy to change logos, and you'll see that. But we are the Washington Elementary Patriots, so we'll keep that logo. Uh, you'll notice here within the app bar color, I can select primary, secondary, or neutral. If I go to the primary, that's going to pick up that color, and we'll see the secondary color. And you'll notice we are working toward WCAG compliance. And part of the WCAG accessibility compliance is that you need to have enough contrast so that the colors work for people with visual impairment. And so we have those contrast information built in to allow you to easily select colors that will work well together. And then you'll notice that error goes away. But I prefer down here my neutral. That gives me a little bit of a light gray background, and I can see all of the red, white, and blue there. I will apply the branding, and we have shown you how you can easily customize your interface to meet the needs of your particular users in a district-wide centralized database. Whitley, do we have any questions that have come through or not? I will bring this back here to our slideshow.
No questions currently.
Currently, I think what we want to do, if anybody's interested in learning more about library.solution for schools, I think Whitley has a poll that she can bring up. As you know, this is a lunch and learn. It's designed to give you just a taste of what library.solution for schools can do for your school district. It is by no means a full demo, but we would be happy to talk with you about other modules within library.solution for schools. So if you'd like more info, please fill out that poll. And while you're doing that, we will spend the last few minutes of our presentation seeing if you have any particular questions about what you've seen today, or if you had any other questions, I'll try to answer those as well.
So we have one question, is asking who can change the carousel? Does it need to be an iOS administrator?
No, anybody that has the correct permissions to be a carousel administrator can make those changes. I logged into our demo environment as as an admin, but I think real quickly, am I still sharing my screen?
Yes, screen is
Are
still
we
shared.
are we back? Yeah, if I were to log out, I think I have a user. Yeah. So a this Kristen Gray is an actual in this demo environment. She is both a patron, so she has overdue items, and she has 5 items on loan and pending holds. We see all of that information, but you'll also see, oh, they should have seen down here the ability to do branding. Let me log out. To answer your question, they don't have to be an administrator. They just have to have the right permissions. And I thought I had a user set up to show that. Yeah, here we go. Here's a Steve R. Mackey, me, but I also have my summary linked accounts. But then I can also come over here and look at that landing page and do customizations. One good thing I did want to show you, it's easy enough to do all of your new titles if you want to show them from the last 2 weeks, depending on how you catalog. You may want, uh, in a demo environment, I like to do the last year. So, okay, yeah. So, to confirm, you do not need to be a library administrator, but your administrator needs to give you the right permissions. Any other questions?
There is one more, and I will add before we go to it that with the coming release of 5.8, you'll actually be able to do the landing page admin from your phone or tablet as well. So
Oh,
that can be
nice.
done remotely. If you're at an outreach event, you need to throw up a carousel that's related to whatever your event you're at, you can absolutely do that in this new release coming.
Perfect.
Okay, the other question we have is our Save Search available for the whole district when we're looking at school district?
Saved searches are individual to the user that creates those searches, but you can easily share that search with your colleagues at different schools so they can copy those. The search results will be unique to each individual configuration. A teacher at Jefferson Elementary would have a different search result set than Washington Elementary. Does that make sense?
I think that answers the question, yes.
Okay, great.
And then that is, I believe, all the questions we have. Let me open it one more time. Yep, that is all we've got. So I want to thank everyone for joining us today. Thank you, Steve, for your time. This recording or the recording of this webinar will be available starting tomorrow at tlcdelivers.com/webinars. And you can replay it. You can share with your coworkers and leadership, whatever you would like to do. But thank you all so much for joining us. I hope you have a great rest of your day.
Thank you all, and see you next month for the next Lunch and Learn.
Bye.
Bye bye.